Okay, let's unpack this. We are digging into Google Antigravity, which just dropped in November 2025.
And this isn't just another IDE upgrade.
No, not at all. This feels like the definitive shift from, the AI assistance era of things like Copilot to the new Agentic Era.
Right.
So our mission today is to figure out how anti-gravity really redefines the developer's job, how it moves you from being, say, a bricklayer to more of an architect.
Or a manager, even. I think what's fascinating is the core difference. An assistant, it answers a question once. An agent iterates.
It iterates how?
Well, it uses the ODA loop. That's observe, orient, decide, act. So if your code fails a test, the agent actually perceives that error signal, it modifies the code, and then it reruns the test.
All without you touching it.
All without human intervention. And that autonomy, it really relies on three things. First is that looping the ODA cycle. Second is tool use. We call it the trisurf.
The trisurf.
Yeah, the agent controls the terminal for execution, the editor for, changing files, and the browser to verify the UI actually works. And third, this is crucial, it maintains a mission state. It tracks its own progress.
And the whole thing is built on a fork of VS Code, right? So it feels familiar.
Exactly. It's a strategic fork of the open source foundation, but the brain is. It's huge. It's powered by Gemini 3 Pro.
And is that massive context window? Is that just for those huge cross-project refactoring tasks? Is that the only reason they needed that much power?
Essentially, yes. You need that giant window so the agent doesn't lose the plot halfway through a giant code base. But this new role, it also requires a change in the environment itself.
The bifurcated interface.
The bifurcated interface. You still have your traditional editor view for when you, the human, need to do that synchronous precision coding.
So you're saying we're really leaving the IDE as we know it. It sounds less like coding and more like, mission control.
That's a great way to put it. The other half is the agent manager, which is basically a full-screen dashboard for orchestrating these missions asynchronously. The whole workflow changes.
So you give it a prompt, and it gives you back, what, a plan?
An implementation plan artifact, yeah. You review that plan, you give feedback, and then it executes. It's all transparent.
Okay, that transparency is key. But what about the risks? The immense power here has to have a dark side.
Oh, it does. First you have market disruption. Anti-gravity is free. For a cost-conscious, local-first developer, it's a huge threat to cloud competitors like Replit.
Wait a second. If anti-gravity is free and has these superior agentic capabilities, how does Replit's one-click deployment even compete? That seems like a tiny convenience against a massive cost advantage.
It is. But the real nightmare is the technical risk, the infinite loop.
The agentic loop failure.
Exactly. The agent gets stuck rewriting the same file, burning your entire API quota because it thinks a slightly different error message is progress.
That's terrifying.
And the security flaw might actually be worse.
Worse.
Yeah, because anti-gravity runs locally on your host OS with full permissions. A sandboxing failure is, well, it's alarming. A smart prompt injection attack could trick the agent, which has shell access, into sending out your sensitive files.
It's like your private SSH keys.
Like 6shizzer.
Exactly. So what does this all mean strategically? Anti-gravity feels like a version 1.0 product in what is like a version 0.1 market.
I'd agree with that. It's a game changer for individuals, but it's just not enterprise ready yet.
Yeah.
It's missing basic governance, audit trails, role-based access control.
All of the stuff you need to manage who can authorize these powerful agents.
Right. And if we zoom out to the bigger picture, this doesn't eliminate the developer, it just eliminates the typist. The new skill isn't typing semicolons, it's orchestration.
Your value shifts to defining the intent, not the implementation.
Precisely.
Which leads us to the final, provocative thought here. The industry now has to figure out how to get to conditional autonomy, giving these agents better metacognition so they know when they're truly stuck and need to ask for help.
Otherwise, we're just facing constant API overruns and, frankly, some very serious security ethics.